What's going on, everyone? How you guys doing today? What I have for you today in this video is I want to give you guys my thoughts about Apple's most recent event. Basically, this event is mostly about education, which is why they held this event at a high school. So Apple hosted this event in a location that they normally don't host their events, but I guess this made sense so that way they can represent the theme of the event, which obviously is education. Apple started off by mentioning how technology and education work together and then kind of elaborated on how the iPad can get users engaged into the activity that they're in. And to help out with that, they announced a new 9.7-inch iPad, which I guess you can say is like the budget iPad out there that they had made so that it's more affordable to students or to anyone out there. And if you're a student or if you're a teacher, you get a discount on that as well. With this 9.7-inch iPad, it now has support for the Apple Pencil, which is Apple's version of their stylus for their products. Initially, it was only compatible with the iPad Pros, but now it is compatible with the new 9.7-inch iPad. If you are a student or a teacher, or basically if you're purchasing for the schools, this iPad is going to run you at $300. Otherwise, regular price is going to be $350. Of course, if you want to talk the actual price that Apple has announced, $299 and then $349. Obviously, I would imagine that these numbers would just round up with taxes and all. Could be more too, depending on where you live. Then they started to announce certain applications that I guess will make it beneficial for the school's IT departments to manage. They have this thing called Share iPad, where basically Share iPad is kind of like how you would log into the school's computer system, because obviously schools run off of a server. You would just log in as yourself on the iPad, kind of like how you would on a school's network, for example, as I just mentioned. And then basically once you log in, that iPad is set up the way your account was set up. And then of course you would log off and let somebody else log in. This is to prevent schools from having to purchase multiple iPads for each student. This way, IT departments in the schools can create Apple IDs for the students. If it is a student Apple ID, you will have 200 gigabytes of free iCloud storage, which is definitely going to be required, or I would say possibly necessary for students out there if they're going to be working on big projects and then they have to store a lot of things on their iCloud. So therefore, this will be very convenient. Now, they've also announced another application, or I guess another method called Classroom, and this is also available on the Mac as well. With that being said, the features that they had announced at this event is all working together to provide students the best learning experience out there, because nowadays technology has really took off in a certain direction where you're basically using it for everything. The iPad is like your actual textbook, or I guess your actual binder with your notes to create projects. It's basically like your homework pad, your homework folder. We all have seen how the iPad and tablets in general have been beneficial for the education market. Now, that being said, the Android tablets and the Windows tablets can be beneficial in that as well. But I've always feel like for the tablet market that the iPad is just the best tablet type to go with, and the smartphone market, I've always preferred Android. That's why I'm on the fence about both Apple and Android, because they both have their perks and quirks, but we can definitely see that the iPad is becoming like a great education tool. Hopefully the students nowadays who are currently attending school will be more engaged within their classrooms. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that with all these updates and applications / tools that Apple is integrating into their iOS ecosystem, putting it on a new hardware, is this going to change how we see education today? And will students be more interested in school compared to what school was like without all this technology? Curious to see what you guys have to say in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, rate, comment. Also check out the description below for my social media links to their Instagram. See you in the next one. Take care, everybody.